What is Chime and how does it work in the US? Chime sounds simple, a modern way to handle money without the usual bank headache. But here's the catch that trips people up. Chime isn't a bank, and that one detail changes how everything works. If you're thinking about using it or you already have it, you'll want to understand what's really happening behind the app. I'll explain it clearly, and I'll save one key point until the end. The mistake that can lock you out of your money at the worst moment. What is Chime exactly? Chime is a financial technology app, often called a neobank, built to give you checking-style features through your phone. You get an account, a debit card, and tools to move money around, pay bills, and track spending. The important nuance is that Chime provides the app experience and the feature, while partner banks handle the actual banking side, like holding deposit. That's why you'll hear people say Chime account, even though the structure is different from a traditional bank branch model. For most users, it feels like a bank. In the background, it's a fintech layer sitting on top of regulated banking partners. How does Chime work in practice? You sign up in the app, verify your identity, and Chime sets up your account access. Then you can add money in a few common ways, like direct deposit from your employer, bank transfers, or depositing cash through certain retail locations. Once money is in, you use the debit card for purchases, the app for transfers, and the built-in tools to manage your balance. The experience is designed to be fast and simple, with notifications and controls that traditional banks often bury in menu. A lot of people choose Chime for the day-to-day rhythm. Get paid, pay essentials, move money, and keep an eye on spending in real time. How do people actually use it, and what goes wrong? In real life, Chime works best as a spending hub. Many users route paychecks into it, set up bill payments, and keep a clean view of what's available right now. Where people get burned is treating it like a perfect one-stop solution without a backup. If you rely on one app for everything, a temporary issue like a verification check, a card problem, or a transfer delay can feel bigger than it should. Another common mistake is not understanding transfer timing. Some movements are quick, others can take longer depending on the method, the other institution, and security checks. That's normal, but it surprises people who expect every transfer to behave like a text message. What nobody tells you about the trade-offs. The biggest advantage is also the biggest risk. Chime is optimized for convenience and automation, which is great until something looks unusual and the system wants to confirm it's really you. Fintech platforms tend to be strict about security signals. If your login pattern changes, your device changes, or transactions suddenly look different, you may hit a protection wall. Usually it gets resolved, but it can be stressful if you are not prepared. That's why it matters to keep your info up to date, avoid last-minute urgent transfers, and think about how you'd access money if your phone is lost or your account needs review. And here's the key point I held back. The mistake that causes the worst locked out moments is waiting until an emergency to update identity details or contact info. If something doesn't match, the fix can take longer than you want. Wrap up. The simple way to use Chime safely. Chime is a fintech app that delivers a bank-like experience in the US through partner banks. It's built for everyday money movement, spending, and visibility. And it can be a smooth setup when you treat it like a practical tool, not magic. Use it for daily flow, keep a buffer elsewhere, and keep your account details current. That small habit prevents the biggest headaches later, and it makes the whole system work the way it's supposed to. And don't forget to check the description for helpful resources that will make things easier. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe for more.